Kumu Storytelling, a self-paced learning program. You can draw pictures with almost anything. And I have repeatedly said that Kumu can be about as fluid as a pencil and paper, but with a much better eraser. But the part of Kumu that keeps me coming back over and over again is its ability to unfold a model in a myriad of different ways. And there are so many options that they're not quite all obvious. So I developed this learning program, which is simply a sequence of elements that you can walk through. For each element, it has certain aspects of the storytelling characteristics that I have considered meaningful in terms of why we want to do storytelling, understanding intent, causal relationships. Now, this particular program is not intended to teach one all of the ins and outs about causal relationships. There are some other musings that do that, though it's just a couple of references as a refresher. And then there's an option here where James Cameron developed about 800 of these little images for me over the years, and there's a place where you can go and download them if you want to. I find that they really enhance the pictures that I develop in Kumu. Then my approach to developing models based on a one-word approach called "and." Then some examples of actually developing stories from the way that I synthesize the story. Then there's just 5 options for different pages, different types of pages that you can have in a story or presentation in Kumu, such as a title page, a model page, an image page, a text page. And this goes through the various and sundry ones. Where Kumu actually shines is the way it allows you to unfold the model piece by piece by piece, or group by group, or loop by loop, or whatever way that you find it most appropriate to tell the story that you're trying to get across. So then there are some behind the scenes shortcuts that we found that were unexpected, that really allow one to unfold a model, to take this model that you're looking at here and turn it into a presentation that unfolds this one piece at a time. Would probably take about 10 minutes. I mean, it's quite amazing. Then there's a bunch of shortcuts that you can use, and there's a bunch of options for actually embedding other things. I have done stories where I embedded Kumu projects in other Kumu projects, or embedded Insight Maker simulations in the midst of a Kumu presentation used to tell a story. Then there's some examples just to give you a sense of what's possible. You can develop a presentation in Kumu and simply unfold the model. I always do video voiceovers, so there's nothing that you have to read. You can simply watch the story unfold as though you were going to a play and watching the relationships unfold between the actors. And then I encourage you to do a few exercises, and then there's a summary. So if you go through this program and you have most of the videos have been updated. Some of them are still a little old, but I think they get the job done. If there's some aspect of this learning program that you have any difficulty with, you can simply click on an item, go over here and click comment, and you can initiate an issue thread if you've got a Kumu user ID, and it'll end up in my mailbox, and I'll do my best to answer the questions. And what happens is that once you initiate the issue thread, it'll put a little red asterisk on that item. So, and these are all of my notes about updates that I have done to this learning program over time. So it's pretty straightforward, probably something you could complete in a couple of days if you worked at it, and hope you find this of some interest, and I'll be back with another musing before too long. Take care. Bye.